you look at something one way, you see something, and you're gonna look at something completely different way, and you're gonna get a completely different view, a completely different life. So what if this simple question of what are you avoiding, resisting, or procrastinating from? It seems so simple. The most profound things are the most simple. But that simple question can help you and anyone you know get unstuck. What if you took an honest look at what was causing you to feel guilt or shame or fear, and you asked yourself, why am I feeling this? So I've learned from my own past and stories, I've learned that the only way you can free yourself from those feelings of guilt or shame or resistance or avoiding is you either have to change your circumstance or you have to deconstruct the meaning that you have attached to it about you. So, we're gonna go there. We're gonna talk about money for a little bit here. You may not think that a room full of hundreds of you guys making around six figures, most of you would struggle from scarcity mindset. But I would bet about a solid 75% or more of you guys will, or do. So here's my story. Okay, so here I am. I was making quite a bit of money, but I was feeling really guilty about it, really shameful about it, really gross about it. So I just kept avoiding it. I kept avoiding look at it. It was making me uncomfortable, so I just kept avoiding it. I had guilt that I was making more money than my friends, my family. I had a lot of shame about the luxury of being able to hire a house cleaner or an assistant or afford nice things. And I had a lot of fear of being judged for not doing the Christian thing to do with my money. And I honestly had a lot of family members that were reinforcing all of those negative thoughts. But thank God for Preston Pugmire. He's any Preston fans? I'm so thankful for him and curious friends that when I got to the point where I mentioned earlier, I was avoiding, I was resisting, I was procrastinating, I got some help. I hired someone to help me see my blind spots. And they helped me see money wasn't the problem, my marriage wasn't the problem, all these things weren't the problem. It's not evil. Money's not evil. It was the meaning that I had attached to it about me. So, if you don't know about me, I grew up pretty lower middle class. My dad was great. He worked really hard in a factory his entire life. But I had subconsciously attached quite a few meanings to money that were making me feel super uncomfortable. For one, I had realized that if you made a lot of money, you must be spoiled, because that's what I grew up thinking. All my friends that went on big trips or who bought them cars or who had a house cleaner, those people were spoiled. And so here I was, I had all those things. And so it was not making me feel good. I also believe my dad worked in a factory his whole life. He's a great man, hardworking man. But I grew up believing hard work develops character. And so I was laying by my pool on my iPhone, making my money, so I must not have character. Another one was rich people are taking money away from those who have less. And so I was making a little money and feeling really bad about it. Really bad about it. And so as you can see, if I had all those meanings attached to money, it sure wasn't gonna make me want to look at it or have more or expand. So it literally was about the meaning that I had attached to money. It wasn't about the money, it was about the meaning that I had attached to it. So you can see why I had guilt and resistance, and you will fight tooth and nail to align yourself with your identity. This is what I want you to hear. This is why we have to be really careful and really self-aware about what is our identity, because you will align with what you believe. So I had a choice. I could either quit Plexus and quit making all that money, or I could change the meaning that I had attached to it about myself that had been ingrained since childhood. We're not even aware that this is happening. So when I took a really hard look at it and stopped avoiding the topic, I honestly didn't want to give up my income. I liked the money. Anybody else kind of like the options it provides you? Yes, and that's okay. So I had to deconstruct and change the meaning that I had subconsciously attached to money. So on your worksheet, I'm big about handouts. You guys are gonna see some beliefs that you may currently believe, used to believe in the past, or are still kind of struggling with when it comes to income. I want you guys to take a really quick, we don't have time for it right now, but I want you guys to look over that and circle at least 3 of those. Because we're gonna be aware. We're not gonna be in the dark anymore, and we're not gonna avoid this. But as you're looking through that, since Jennifer took all the time, I had to go back and look at the meanings that I had attached to money. And I had to change the meanings. I had to rewrite the script and give my brain and my subconscious proof of these new beliefs, my new identity, because your brain will go on autopilot. It will always go back to the old way that you were thinking. Always. This is why we're not even aware that this is happening, because it just comes so naturally. So I had to be really intentional and really consistent about retraining my brain. So instead of people with a lot of money are spoiled, the truth is, I'm grateful to have options, freedoms, and fun. That's my truth, and that's what I need to focus on. Instead of hard work develops character, I am a person of great character, and making money can be easy. It doesn't have to be hard. If that's a subconscious belief you have, that could be holding you back from trying. Rich people are taking money away from others. That's not true. Me making money isn't connected to someone else making less. That's the truth. Again, this is so simple. And so I've left you guys some things on your worksheet to rewrite your lives. So, next though, I've also left you guys some space. Now that we're rethinking how we rewiring our brain about money, I want you guys to also give yourself some proof about some reasons that it's fun and awesome and lights you up, okay? Because your brain has to see proof of these new things that you believe. But for right now, for time's sake, I want everybody to write down your dream income goal with Plexus, your dream yearly goal. Big, hairy, scary goal. Write it down right now. No judgment. Dream big. Write that down. Okay, did y'all write it down? No opting out. Everybody write it down. Okay. I want you to look at that number. Some people are still thinking, do it. Don't overthink it. Okay, write it down. And I want you to cross it out, and I want you to double it. Double it. If you want to be normal, go back to making the average $61,000 a year. Okay? We're not normal. I am not normal. Say it out loud. I am not normal. Okay, we have got to stop vilifying wealth. God entrusted Plexus to you. God entrusted your team to you. And there is no guilt or shame in something that has been entrusted to you to do good with. And what you focus on expands. So I want you to start allowing and being aware and being open, because it's not a bad thing. And you're gonna help reconstruct your brain on your thoughts around that. So, anyways, we literally though have only touched the surface on worldwide expansion. Here's a list of some of the companies Christopher Perry is planning on being in most of these within the next 10 years, and 80% of global sales are coming from these countries. I plan to be with Plexus for 30 plus years. I plan to retire from Plexus. Anybody else? Woo! Okay. And if we're going global in a big way, you better believe our paychecks are gonna keep going up. Okay, so we've got to get to the root of this scarcity mindset. We've got to get to the root that's blocking the flow of something you may subconsciously be avoiding or resisting, because we're not going to avoid or resist that anymore. You're capable of so much more than you think. Money doesn't have to mean more work. Money can flow easily. You can work smarter instead of harder. But, my friends, that might require you giving up some control. That might require you learning something new. And that might require you hiring a coach or a therapist or somebody to help you debunk whatever fears or lies you are currently walking in. We can't see our blind spots. That's why they're called blind spots. Let somebody speak into your life. Like Jennifer was saying, don't do this. Let somebody get close enough to speak into your life. So money is just one example of something that you may be subconsciously avoiding. Maybe you have the opposite problem. Maybe you spend all your money. It hits your bank account and it's gone. The root of that problem is the same. You don't think you're good enough, or you don't think you deserve it. So rework that to where it means for you. So, okay, you're still avoiding the meaning that is you have attached to it about yourself. And when you avoid, you aren't happier and you aren't more successful. You may have the illusion that you are, but that's not true. Peace in your heart and in your home. And leaders are not avoiders. Leaders are not avoiders. Okay, so turn your sheet over. Let's tie this avoiding concept back to all areas of your life. So I put some examples on this worksheet of maybe some other things you are avoiding or resisting or procrastinating from. So I want you guys to really be honest again. No judgment, but circle some things that you may be avoiding. The no judgment part is so important because we can't ever overcome anything unless we're honest. Unless we are honest. Okay. And it's never actually about the thing that you're circling, right? It's never actually about that. It's not actually about setting goals or Instagram or resting. It's never about you're actually resisting discomfort. It's about the meaning. What it really is about is the meaning that you have attached to yourself and why you are resisting it. That is where we've got to go in order to stop avoiding and resisting. Self-awareness is one of the most important pieces of leadership. Okay, so my girl Mel Robbins, she's speaking this afternoon, and I'm kind of really excited about it. Anybody read listen to her Audible book, Take Control of Your Life? Oh my word, she brings down like the biggest hammer of awareness I've ever seen, of fear awareness in her book. I had no idea that I was a perfectionist because my car's a hot mess and I didn't get straight A's in school. And I didn't know what the root of indecisiveness was because anybody else take like 6 hours to pin lots and lots of paint samples trying to figure out what color to paint your dang bathroom? Okay? Now perfectionism, indecisiveness, procrastination, fill in the blank, whatever you circled on your sheet, it's nothing more than just fear. Okay? So when I say do something scary every day, you've heard me say it before. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying you're not a bad leader if you don't go skydiving. What I'm really saying when I say do something scary every day is stop avoiding what makes you uncomfortable. Leaders are not avoiders. Okay, say that with me. Leaders are not avoiders.
Not avoiders.
Okay, so the next time that you come upon a hard conversation that you need to have with your downline, what if you didn't avoid it? I had a senior Ruby tell me the other day, she said, I get so mad at you when you ask me the hard questions, but that's when I have the most growth. What if instead of resisting Instagram, because you know it's the way of the future, you know it is, what if instead you invested in a course and learned how to do a new skill? What if instead of procrastinating from doing that live video Bob Heilig says you should do, and we all say you should do, what if instead of procrastinating from that, you owned your truth, which is you are good enough, and you do have value to add to others? So, remember, it's never actually about the thing that you are avoiding. It's about the meaning that you have attached to it about yourself. It's about the meaning that you have attached to it about yourself. And you have to get to the root of it. This is so simple when you get to the root of this. Literally remove the drama. Remove the drama. Sometimes the most impactful things are the most simple. So suck it up. Suck it up. Do the thing. Do the thing that you have been avoiding. And like Jennifer was saying, stop playing it small. Y'all, this is a real issue. Thinking less of yourself isn't humility. It's false pride.
Right.
And you were destined for greatness. And you are good enough. God entrusted you to Plexus. Step into your full potential. And when you step into your full potential, you invite others to do the same. And when you conquer a fear, you now have the authority to help set other people free in that area. Yes, and leaders are not avoiders. So, okay, we started today coming in, maybe thinking about money or life or your marriage or hiring help or whatever it is about the thing that you're avoiding. But we get to the next level by a completely different way of thinking. Y'all, it's gonna be messy. It's gonna be messy. Because your subconscious, you have autopiloted your way through life, thinking a certain way, doing a certain way, acting a certain way, but you're gonna get to the next level in life by a completely different way of thinking. Just like that video in the beginning with the giraffe and the elephant. And when you start doing the thing that you're avoiding, when you help your team members do the things that they've been avoiding, but most importantly, when you start doing the things that you've been avoiding, you'll get unstuck. You'll get unstuck. And I can speak from experience that you'll have peace in your heart and in your home and in your business. And that's when you'll find true happiness. So stop avoiding, my friends. Stop avoiding.